absolute chaos across airports. All IndiGo flights from Delhi cancelled till midnight. We are picking this up for Mumbai as well. IndiGo operations in Chennai cancelled till 6 p.m. We don't know whether the services have resumed at all, but that was what it was earlier, till 6 p.m. Unbelievable agony on the ground. Glimpses of that on your screen. Imagine you being one of them, your loved ones being one of them, helpless, distressed, angry passengers left fending for themselves, not even allowed to grieve with dignity. Why am I using such strong words? Here on your screen is a woman with the ashes of her father, unprepared of how challenging can the last wish of her father be. What was her father's wish? That he wanted his ashes to be immersed at the place where he belonged, Haridwar. Didn't happen. She still hasn't reached, according to the reports that we are getting. Why? Because from Bengaluru, she was supposed to fly to Delhi. Didn't happen. The flight never took off. She then tried to get onto a flight to Dehradun. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen? That flight was at least 4 times the price. The ticket for that flight was at least 4 times the price of what it would have been usually. She had to pay 60,000 rupees instead of what would have been usually a 5,000 to 6,000 rupee. That's something else, and we'll get to that in a bit. But let's just listen to what this young lady, grieving young daughter, has to say.
आदमी परेशान हो रहे हैं, इनको कोई इश्यू नहीं है, बराबर है। अगर जो थोड़ा लेट हो जाए तो ये हमारा पैसा काट लेते हैं, लेकिन आज ये कोई एकोमोडेशन देने के लिए तैयार नहीं है। ना ही हम लोग 2 घंटे से लास्ट यहाँ बैठे और ये भाई रिस्पॉन्स कर रहे थे। अभी थोड़ी देर के बाद ये भैया आए हैं, बराबर। ये सिक्योरिटी है, सिक्योरिटी रिस्पॉन्सिबल आदमी होता नहीं है। तो मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि जितने लोगों का इन्होंने कैंसिल किया है वो 2-3 दिन का एकोमोडेशन होटल में दें और प्लस खाना पीना दें और तुरंत टिकट कटाएं और अयोध्या से हमको वापस भेजें।
मेरे डैड की अस्थियां है मेरे साथ और मुझे यहाँ बेंगलोर से सबसे पहले दिल्ली जाना है। दिल्ली से फ्लाइट लेना है देहरादून का। देहरादून से हम लोग हरिद्वार जाएंगे, विसर्जन करना है कल, बट इन्होंने सडनली फ्लाइट कैंसिल कर दिया। हमारे पास प्रायर नोटिफिकेशन कुछ भी नहीं भेजा इन लोगों ने। एंड अभी हमें ये फोर्स कर रहे हैं कि अगर आप, हमारे पास कोई फ्लाइट्स नहीं है आज के लिए, अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप दूसरी फ्लाइट्स, दूसरी एयर इंडिया या कुछ और कीजिए। उनका फ्लाइट टिकट्स आज पर पर्सन 60,000 है, विच आई कैन नॉट अफोर्ड। एंड वी आर 5 पीपल हियर, वी वांट टू गो एंड देयर आर नो ट्रेन टिकट्स, नो बस टिकट्स।
This is unimaginable, just the agony of it all. And then we have a father whose agony was masked in his anger. A father whose agony was masked in his anger. When all he shouted again and again and again was for one sanitary pad. One sanitary pad for his daughter, who he said was bleeding. He didn't say this to one person. In absolute anger, he said this before an entire crowd standing outside. Listen in.
मेरा बेटी का ब्लड आ रहा, ब्लड नीचे से ब्लड आ रहा, प्यार चाहिए, दे दो। हम ऐसे नहीं कर सकते। क्यों नहीं कर सकता? क्यों नहीं कर सकता? क्यों नहीं कर सकता? मेरे को प्यार चाहिए अभी।
Ladies and gentlemen, we should be ashamed. Authorities must be ashamed, because this is a father who's asking for just one thing, a pad in an airport, to officials who were supposed to help him fly, and his daughter left bleeding with no support system in the airport. An absolute IndiGo meltdown as operations nosedived. Well, not really nosedived, completely collapsed in several parts of the airport in India, crippling airports, and left thousands angry, stranded and helpless. But it's not just about IndiGo, ladies and gentlemen. This is nothing short of gold diggers, leaving flyers high and dry. Making matters worse, the ticket prices on other airlines have surged sharply, clearly, and Apada mein afsar. An Apada mein afsar moment even as passenger woes continue. A Delhi to Mumbai flight today costs a whopping 1.7 lakh rupees, which usually would have costed 5,350 rupees. If my team can put out the tickets and the pricing on the screen, if my team can put out the pricing for the tickets on the screen, and my team will try to put that out. But a ticket that costs 1.7 lakh rupees, which usually would have been just 5,350. Delhi to Chennai, cheapest flight is costing 1.6 lakh rupees today, which would have costed around 5,900 rupees, ladies and gentlemen. 1.6 lakh rupees today for a ticket that would have been at least only 5,900 rupees. Those are the pricings on your screen. Delhi to Hyderabad flight is now costing minimum 46,000 rupees and maximum price has surged to 90,000 rupees. If my team can try zoom in into this to just bring out the absolute shock of what's really emerging. 90,000 rupees, ladies and gentlemen, for what would have been a ticket of just about 5,691. Delhi to Kolkata flight, which usually costs around 4,000 rupees, is costing up to 98,000 rupees. I'm being joined right now by my colleagues Sabyasachi from Delhi as well as Vajullah from Bengaluru. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me. You both have been following this story very closely. We'll just get to you in a bit. I'm getting a breaking news at this point. Let's just introduce that breaking right now. Aviation Ministry has ordered for a high-level inquiry, ladies and gentlemen. Inquiry to examine IndiGo mess and to determine what really happened. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has ordered for IndiGo to stabilize operations by midnight. Both my colleagues you see on the screen, Vajullah as well as Sabyasachi, have been following this story very closely. DGCA has formed a 4-member inquiry committee, and the committee is to submit report in just about 15 days. That's the breaking news coming in at this point. First to you, Sabyasachi. Sabyasachi, a high-level inquiry committee which has been set up, which is supposed to look into what happened, why it happened, how it happened. How much of this will be anything beyond sham?
If you talk about the Ministry of Civil Aviation and the DGCA, now they are doing everything what is in their hand. As far as relaxing the norms are concerned, the DGCA did it so that the IndiGo can function as per the old ways and increase the number of flights, and that can help in bringing the situation back to normalcy. Now the DGCA has said that they have formed in fact a 4-member committee who are going to investigate what exactly led to this current chaotic situation that we are seeing in different airports across the country. And the second will be to determine accountability wherever action is required. And third, to make sure that such situation does not arise in the near future ever. Now, the minister himself have been chairing several rounds of meeting. Today also, he was on ground. He held several rounds of meeting and all the stakeholders were present. Now, the message from the minister himself is very clear. The minister clearly have told that IndiGo is responsible for the current situation, what is happening because of no proper planning, and there has been several gaps as far as their planning or implementation is concerned. And the DGCA as well as the Ministry of Civil Aviation have highlighted the fact that there has been severe negligence as far as implementation of the FDTL is concerned. Because if you talk about the FDTL was 2 years time was given to all the airlines to get it implemented, and it was not only said that at first go you have to implement it. 2 phases were given.